What's up, guys? Josh here, White Belt World. I just got back from Greensboro, North Carolina, where I competed in my first Jiu-Jitsu tournament. Surprisingly, I had a lot of success going 3-1 on the day, and here are the matches. From the feet, I relied heavily on my wrestling, and this is where the majority of my takedown setups came from, was from my wrestling base.
Inside grip.
Going in, I assumed takedowns would be easy for me with my wrestling base. However, I would find out that that was not the case.
Good. Stay heavy. Yes. Yes. Jump underneath him. His hands too high. Yeah, there we go. There you go. Stay heavy.
I finally achieved the foot position I was looking for and quickly went to the inside trip, which I finished with a single leg. I immediately looked to improve my position and pass guard so I could achieve mount and go for a gift wrap. First step was controlling the arm, which I successfully did. As I'm controlling the arm, he forgets about his legs and I easily pass. Next, I post with a crossface and wait for him to fight it off. His framing and shrimp attempt opened up a full mount opportunity. I regained wrist and arm control and went for the gift wrap. Then I immediately moved to the Ezekiel choke. Making a typical white belt mistake of trying to muscle the submission, he was able to tough it out and fight it off.
Turn up into him. Go to guard, not your back. Don't let him have your back. Dump it.
At this point, I wanted to transition to a hybrid side control position. However, he did a nice job of rolling, and the scramble was on, and then we moved back to this somewhat side control position where I began to control the wrists again and try to sink in another Ezekiel choke. His attempt at a triangle allowed me to take mount again, and from this point I just continued to work for a submission until the clock expired.
Good job. Way to catch that. Hey, you've got X guard if you let it get on off you. Now, scoop the legs. Good, Sheldon. Josh, you got less than a minute. Let's move, okay? He's up. You gotta go. Use your bottom leg to straighten out his leg and then dive underneath it.
The end result was a 6-0 win in my first ever competitive jiu-jitsu match. Match 2 would be my first and only loss for the day. This competitor was able to match my wrestling skills, and it was much more difficult to score a takedown. When I pummeled through for the over and under and he sensed that I was going for a suplex, he immediately pulled guard. It was at this point that I made my first mistake seeking straight arm bars and kimuras without achieving a full guard position.
Work your left knee. Work your left knee in. Cross face with that right arm. Work around.
After getting an underhook, I was almost able to escape. However, he took me back down, and at that point, I had side control.
Cross face with your left arm now, Kevin.
I again made the mistake of not having good control from the bottom, but seeking submissions.
Keep it high. That way he can't attack it. Keep his arms high.
Go up the side, man. Go, up. Head and arm right there, right? You have a head and arm.
Shake just a little, Kevin. Shake. Shake it loose.
There you go.
As soon as you feel your knee, you're cutting.
Now looking for that choke, man.
Hey.
Over the shoulder.
My major mistake here was not pulling guard, and instead, I gave up my back, and I figured that I would sit out like a wrestler normally does. However, he was able to get my back. The scramble was back on at that point. I went to sit out, and instead he took my back, and at that point he went for the rear naked choke, and I felt something pop in my neck, so I decided to tap so I wouldn't get injured. This defeat really bothered me because I know I didn't perform well, and I wasn't thinking right. Next up was gi, which I was very happy about. This is my comfort area. I'd never competed or even practiced in no gi before. As I said before, this competitor was able to match my wrestling skill. The best I could do at this point was to match grips and continue to hand fight and hope that I could wear him down, which eventually would be the case as I continued to get heavy on the head and continued to fight grips. I tried multiple times for trips, but with his wrestling skill, I knew that I would have to do a very good job of setting him up. He again exhibits his strength as a wrestler as he fights off my hip toss attempt. At this point in my mind, I think my best strategy is to fight with him and then try to attempt to take down in the last minute and expend all my energy.
Right there.
He tries to pull guard on me. I knew that's where he wanted me at. So instead of going to the ground with him and fighting his guard, I just decided to stand up, which was a smart move on my part.
There you go, lock and snap.
I noticed throughout the match that his far leg had continued to get sucked in, and it was at that point that I knew that I would need to go for an outside trip. I was just waiting for the feet to be there for me. Once the takedown was secured, it was back to the game plan, looking for a gift grab, looking for an Americana. He was excellent at scrambling, and as he went for the sweep here, I was able to beat him with my hips. However, after learning from the prior match, I went to guard, and then I got my legs up into a triangle guard position, which I transitioned back into full guard, and then we started controlling the lapels. I was going for a scissors choke or anything that I could do here just to keep him from passing guard and to complete the match with a win. As time expired, I was able to redeem my earlier loss to this awesome competitor with a 6-0 win. Now it was on to the finals. Riding the high of being able to redeem my earlier defeat in gi, here we go into finals. I was fired up, but I was pretty tired. He did a much better job in gi defending my takedowns, which is pretty par for the course because there's definitely a lot more things you can grab onto when someone's trying to take you down. I continued to hand fight and match his grips and just wait for an opening.
Use your head.
I'm always looking to put my opponent into a certain position where the takedown can be secured. As a wrestler, I know that means movement. I go for a front headlock here and attempt to snap him down, however he was strong in his base.
Good. Great job. Good. Much better. Your grip. Inside. Get inside that hand. Use your forehead. Yeah. Snap down. Snap.
Get your head over his. Bring him down. Let him go.
Come on, at least threaten it. Get your hips back.
There you go.
With strong collar grip control, I began to move him toward me, and I just wait for him to get more weight over his shoulders than he can balance, and then I go for another inside trip, which results in another takedown. He then attempts to pull X guard and scissor guard. He also tries to go for an arm bar or a triangle, which I immediately sweep the legs over and I attempt to get into side control.
There you go.
That back.
That inside leg.
Don't try too hard. You got to turn into him.
With the legs controlled and the crossface secured, it's just a matter of time until I get side control.
Bottom knee in.
Turn in. There you go.
Good. Keep that going. Turn in. Now.
With side control secured, I start looking for the gift wrap again. I go to knee on belly, get full mount. Now I have side control, and I'm just waiting to secure an Ezekiel choke.
Pull that foot and turn. Turn. Keep it hard.
Turn into him.
Drive your hips into him. Turn the other way.
Yeah. Push down on his knee.
Turn into him.
Frame on his knee and turn into him.
As he's fighting off my attempts for an Ezekiel choke, he gives me his right arm, which allows me to secure an Americana, but to his credit, he does not tap.
Clear your arm.
Time.
Use your legs. Help you out. Clear him up and over. There you go. Got your arm back.
From here, I secure a deep collar grip, and I'm searching for an Ezekiel choke. However, he doesn't give it up, so I try to go for a zipper choke, which is not there either. As he continues to fight off, I eventually secure the Ezekiel, and he taps. This was an amazing ride from start to finish. If you like what you saw, I appreciate you watching this. Please like and subscribe and click the link above for more Jiu-Jitsu content.